Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Shantia here. Welcome to my Heal, Feel, and Reveal series. If you're new to my channel, this channel is dedicated to the women out there helping you to live in a way that feels the most aligned. I believe I give heart-centered advice for a harmonious life. So the Heal, Feel, Reveal series is about helping women to jumpstart and get more involved in their creative careers, or maybe manifesting more of your desires, manifesting more of what you want, and aligning all the areas of your life. I believe everything is connected, mind, body, spirit, your inner world and your outer world. You need to not just do your inner work, make sure you're also doing your outer work too, and getting involved with the world so that you can manifest your desires. Just as I talked about in my previous video. Lesson number 7, the body is a vessel. It's powerful. You heal with it, but you can also use it to manifest. If you didn't have a body here in this world, you couldn't bring things into fruition. You couldn't manifest things. Today, we're going to be talking about manifesting your dreams. This is one of my favorite topics to talk about because who doesn't want to experience abundance and blessings and beautiful experiences in the physical realm? Who doesn't? Nobody, everybody does. So I'm going to talk about manifesting in a way that feels very simple. I feel like I've tried some different techniques and tricks over the years. We're always manifesting. Manifestation is essentially a connection to your energy. It's a connection to how you feel. And then it's a materializing of like bringing things into this world that's connected and aligned with who you are. So whenever you manifest and things show up in your life, it's because that's where your vibrational match is. That's your vibrational frequency. So you don't manifest what you want, you manifest who you are. So wherever you're at, that's what you want to manifest. But how can we step into manifesting our desires and manifesting our dreams in a way that feels so easy, so natural, when we're not maybe feeling the greatest all the time? Hello, I'm one of those people. Now, we are not happy all the time. That's absolutely impossible. But when it comes to manifesting, there is a way to kind of get around that. And I'm going to share with you my process for how I do that. So what are we going to learn in this video? We're going to learn about the moving parts of manifestation. So no matter what technique you use for manifestation, there are some moving parts that you need every single time, and you always have to revisit them no matter what. So it doesn't matter what the water technique, the scripting technique, it doesn't matter what technique you try. Every single one involves these moving parts. Then I'm also going to share with you my simple process for how I manifest. And it works all the time. And sometimes I forget it works because I get so caught up in my life and I'm like, oh, I can do this and this technique. But this one process has worked for me every single time, and quick too. I'm also going to be giving you a live example. I'll be showing you guys, and I want you to practice with me how to manifest. So we're going to manifest together our dreams, our desires, our goals, whatever we're wanting to bring into this world. We are going to practice together. And then I'm also going to give you my testimony. So I told you guys in my previous lesson, number 7, it had been a tough week. It had been very tough. However, in spite of that, I still manifested some incredible experiences. And so I wanted to share with you guys what that was. So let's go ahead and get into starting with all the moving parts of how we manifest. First thing is you always need to write it down. Write it down no matter what. So language, think about your mind. Language is how we connect to how we feel. Your mind and your emotions are connected to each other. The body, the mind in the body and the emotions that you feel in the body are connected to each other. They create a direct line to one another, and they help you to manifest. So you have to get very clear about what you want. You can't get away from this no matter what. So the first question, what do you want? Everybody knows this question. You have to answer this question. Write it down. Take out a piece of paper. What do you want? And the reason why I write it down is because our minds can get so muddled with so many different ideas and variations of what we want. But if you write it down, now you're kind of fixed on what you can manifest. And the universe can't give you things without you being clear about what you want. So be very clear. What do you want? Question number 2. What do you truly desire? This is even more clarity that we need. So how often do we manifest because we think, oh, okay, this would make me cool. This would make society accept me. I'm just like, I don't know, maybe it's because it's the hermit in me. I don't give about that ish. I don't give about what other people think is good for me. I'm curious about what is good for me, what I want, what is truly important for me. So you need to ask this for yourself. The more clear you are about asking yourself what you truly desire, which is what I asked about in the first lesson, the more clear you are about that, you unlock everything. Your heart, the power, your manifestations come quicker because there's a straight line to your heart. And that right there is a clue for my process. Okay, so what do you truly desire? Write that down. What do you truly desire? Question number 3. What is important to me? What's important to you? What are some of the values that are involved in what you're wanting to manifest? Sometimes we think, okay, we want this grand thing, but actually, perhaps we want something that is a lot more simple and true to our personality. So think about your values and match your manifestation, your goal, your dream, or your desire with you, who you are, and what's important to you. Honestly, what's important to me is that I have what I need met. I like comfort, but I like to have what I need met. Maybe I want to feel safe. Maybe safety is a requirement. The second moving part is believe it. You cannot manifest anything without believing it. You have to believe it. How do we do this? Most people work their way up. See, that's why we go to school. We go to college. We get the degree, the bachelor's, the master's, the PhD. Sometimes the degree is irrelevant, but us going to school or us practicing something is mastery. So this is one way that people manifest. You don't necessarily have to master something to manifest the reciprocal or the experience of it. But to some people, it gives them comfort to build up to the big grand scheme. That's one way most people manifest. If you want something, if you truly align with it, the universe will give you the quickest, fastest route to what you want. So it might not be like the grand thing, but it actually might be just what you need. And it'll get to you quicker. Okay, the second thing, the way that we also grow in our beliefs is, to me, a combination of affirmations with feelings. Words shape everything. Words are so important for us. How we think, how we speak to ourselves, very important. Because it's ongoing part of your subconsciousness. So if you're constantly speaking to yourself with this self-criticism, blaming yourself, feeling guilty about things, that's what's going to become your dominant vibration. The way you reshape that is through doing affirmations. So you can get an index card. You can write down affirmations for yourself about things you want to feel. You want to practice feeling. But remember this, whenever you do an affirmation, it's so important for you to feel connected to emotionally. So write words that spark something in you. If the words do not spark something in you, they don't matter. It doesn't mean anything to you. Just because that affirmation works for her doesn't mean it's going to work for you. So you need the language for you that's going to work. The words that are effective for you. So some words are more magical to people than others. Here's one of my favorite affirmations. I release that which no longer serves me. I release that which no longer serves me. I have to do that one all the time. All the time. Affirmations. The way that we can also practice affirmations is through envisioning. So you don't necessarily have to build yourself or develop some huge mastery to your goal. Perhaps you can just envision yourself experiencing it and having it. Ooh, yeah, I love this car. I love the leather seats and the wheel, and it smells so good. And the heat and the AC, everything works perfectly, and the stereo is amazing. Use your imagination. Your imagination. Your imagination is powerful, because without the dreamers in this world and people using their imagination, which we all have, we would not have been able to build these grand structures and the conveniences, the Ubers and the, what else is out there? the Ubers and all of the different conveniences that we get to experience. We wouldn't be able to hit a button on our phone and immediately the video goes from the phone to the TV. We wouldn't be able to do that without imagination. So just use your imagination, sit in that experience, really milk it for what it is. Milk it for what you want it to be. The third important moving part is feelings. All right, we kind of already talked about it. Your feelings is your vibration all the time. Does that mean we have to feel happy all the time? Impossible. We can't feel happy all the time, and we most certainly do not need to. However, you do want to practice getting into a much more positive, elevated state of existence when you can. Set aside 15 minutes in your day to just maybe sit, get quiet, and visit gratitude. Now, gratitude is one of the highest states of existence. It's one of the highest vibrations, and it's so effortless and accessible to reach and obtain. So if you want to manifest, you need to practice your gratitude. You have to practice thinking about what you're grateful for. The universe cannot give you things without you feeling grateful for what you already have. Find moments, even if it's not 15 minutes, maybe it's a minute in the car, on your way to work, or on your way back, or maybe you're in the bathroom. Just take a moment to be like, I'm grateful. That feeling of gratitude is a gift to your body, and it's a gift to your vibration, which takes me to my fourth most important moving part, the body. What are feelings without the body? You can't feel emotions without the body. So it's very important for you to get synced in with how those feelings are moving in your body. Often for me, it's like somewhere in the gut, or it's somewhere here in the chest, or it's here in my heart. That's where I feel the most abundant emotions, the most gratitude in my body. So get familiar with the feeling of it, because whenever you're feeling low, or if you ever feel like you want to manifest, you have to sum up that emotion in your body. So get very familiar with it. The body is a vessel for you to heal and bring things into existence. Let's just throw up a number. Let's go ahead and talk about my blank step process for how I manifest my desires. Step number 1, find a place that's quiet, that you can be alone for about 5 minutes. Sit down, sit nice and still, get very comfortable. Step number 2, start deep breathing. I talked about this in lesson number 7. That's prana. And that is aliveness. So keep continuing to deep breathe. You're telling your mind and your body, your brain and your body to relax, and it helps you to get into this much more meditative state. For meditation, I do this for manifesting. I do this for my gratitude practices. I also do it before I go to bed. So deep breathing is so vital to helping to relax the body and just kind of get it into that mode of receptivity. So just continue to breathe deeply until you reach a relaxed state. All right, the next step, I want you to go ahead and find one of the things that you wrote down that you desire to manifest. And I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to think about all the things you enjoy about that currently. So usually I'll write something I want to manifest, like maybe a car or a new home or a new computer or anything. And just think about all the ways in which you enjoy and experience that currently. So what's your current situation around that thing? Maybe you might be driving a beat up Toyota, but right now you have to appreciate and really dive into your gratitude for that beat up Toyota, for the universe to give you something new or give you something more aligned with the elevation that you want to rise up to. So just go ahead and think about all the ways in which you feel great, and try to keep listing until you can't list anymore, and just keep going. All right, the next step is to think about the new version of that experience that you want to manifest. So perhaps your dream is a Ford truck or a Range Rover. Is it Range Rover or Range Rover? Maybe it's a Range Rover. So think about that. Think about, oh my gosh, the seats and the leather. Just go wild with your imagination and just start thinking about why this luxurious upgrade is something that you desire. And just like make stuff up. If you don't know, make it up. Make it up. Because it's not the point that you get the exact thing. It's that the universe gives you the experience, right? Why do we want to manifest things? It's because we want the experience. So just think about and melt into that experience in your imagination. And as you're doing it, I didn't express this with the previous step, make sure you're saying thank you. I always say this in my gratitude prayers, Thank you, universe, thank you, God. I say both. Thank you, universe, thank you, God, thank you, divine, for this, and this, and this, and this. And then I like to end with thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so blessed. I welcome more love, more abundance, whatever. And open yourself up to it. And then, voila, it is done. Didn't that feel good? Didn't that feel good? It's so simple. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick one for you guys. So I want you to go ahead and practice this with me as well, and start thinking about something that you want to manifest. Perhaps you already practiced doing one, but maybe choose something else. I'm sure there are more than just one things. And I know a lot of people, they develop a lot of guilt around wanting more, but it's a part of our natural expansive existence to want more. That's why as humans, we keep evolving and evolving and evolving and wanting more and more and more. And people think it's part of greed. It's part of your natural expansive existence. Never feel guilty about wanting more. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and flow into the steps as I'm going along. Now, this is what I like to do. I like to put my hand in my heart because then it helps me to connect to my body and just feel my gratitude. Thank you, universe, for this beautiful laptop I've had for 8+ years. It's been so incredible in giving me everything I need. It helps me to do and create all the things that I want in this world. It is truly a magical vessel for creation and an incredible tool that I love to use. It's just always there for me, supporting me, growing with me, experiencing with me. And now I'm going to start adding in the new thing. Thank you, universe. Thank you for this laptop I've had for 8+ years. I love it. Oh my gosh, I love. Start to speak of it. When you speak about the thing that you're wanting to manifest, speak of it as if you already have it. As if you're already experiencing it. You can start with, oh, I would love, but then transition into, I have. Thank you for this now. It speeds up your manifestation. Thank you for this incredible laptop that has so much memory. And it works like a power horse to do and create and make. I feel like I can do anything with this. It is an incredible tool that I love to use. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for all the tools you give me, the divine. Thank you. Thank you for always supporting me, making sure I have exactly what I need at all times. Sometimes I generalize. And that's fine too. But I'm still thinking about the thing. I'm envisioning it in my mind. Thank you for all these incredible conveniences of technology. Just amazing to be around, to see, and to use it. The crispness of the screen, the softness of the keypads, the elegant design. I love it all. Thank you. Thank you for this. And that's all. You say thank you. And your desire is now out in the universe floating, and the universe can't wait to give it to you. So my process, what was my process? What did I just display there? Heart-centered manifestations. That is my secret to manifesting. Heart-centered. The heart is a powerful machine. Without it, we could not live. We could not move and be functional. We need it. It's powerful, and it always knows what we want. That's why I link up straight to it to ask the universe for my desires to come true. Okay. So let me go ahead and talk about my testimonies real quick, and then we will go ahead and end this video, and I appreciate you guys for sticking around to watch it. So my testimony. So while my car situation was falling apart, someone in my life, very important to me, offered to just give me their car. They had just bought a new car, and they said this car was just going to sit on the side and they just offered to give it to me. It was like, the timing of it was impeccable. But they're like, oh, sure, take it. Don't worry about it. Just take it. Ride it till the wheels fall off. Guys, I'm driving a BMW. I was driving an older Honda. It was dinged up a few times. And it was so interesting because that week when the car situation just fell apart, I made a gratitude list. And I was like, I'm grateful for my cars, I'm grateful for my coworkers, my family, and all of those areas elevated at the same time. And it's crazy because people will say like the universe will make things happen so that you can get things, right? So sometimes you have the inconvenience of something falling apart, but then someone's just like, oh, here, a car. And I kept looking at my car. I had it for 6 years. And I'm just like, I love this car. It's been so good to me. And I always say that to that car. But I'm like, I want something new. I just want an upgrade. I want comfort. I want a better stereo. And I'm driving a BMW with leather seats and an incredible speakers. I'm blown away. I mean, this is my life. So I'm just saying, it was pretty powerful. It worked, and I manifested. I did the gratitude list, but I also did sit down and do the heart-centered meditations a few times with it too. The other thing I manifested. So the other week or whatever, yes, it was earlier in the week. They called me into, so I do a couple of jobs as an art teacher, and one of them called me and they're like, hey, something's going on. We need you here. And I'm like, what's going on? And like, oh, someone quit. And I was like, what? They're like, yeah. So do you want all of her, like, not all of them, but they're like, do you want like this class and that class and that class, and you want to teach these classes? And I was just like, okay. So it was a combination of like wanting more abundance in my life, but also wanting to engage more with my purpose and be more effective and just do more. And I was just like, it like literally got showered on me. Prior to that, I kept seeing eagles and hawks. So eagles and hawks are my signs. It's one of the signs I connect to with the universe. And like weeks before, I saw 4 eagles flying. I've never seen that before. I've seen 2 max together. There were 4. And I recorded it on my phone. I might upload it to Instagram. I'll probably upload it in this video. And they were flying up above. And there was like an American flag close by. And I thought that was like pretty symbolic too. Eagles are symbolic of leadership, seizing, like going after what you want and like rising to the space of leadership. So essentially I was just like hand-fed this like new position and promoted. They're like, this person who's been working here for like years and years is quitting. And we want you to take over. And they're like, oh, we want you also to teach new classes and do what you want. And they kept asking me, hey, what do you want? What do you want to do? What are you interested in? And I was just like, wow, this is incredible. To be honest, if I were to build up a business on my own teaching people art, it might be a little bit scrambled because I'd be learning how to do it for the first time. But because I have a system supporting me, it's a lot easier for me. And like a system where, they've created a curriculum. For my school students, I create my own curriculum, but they created a curriculum. It's a much more professional art company. So they have a curriculum, and it makes it easier for me to learn how to teach people how to do art. Because before that, I've always just loved doing my own art. So that is my testimony. I got promoted. Essentially, my workload has like doubled, if not tripled. They essentially planned out my entire schedule for the rest of the year. I mean, talk about blessings. So sometimes if you're one of those people where you're like, I'm a creative intuitive, but I don't know how I'm going to make this happen, let the universe figure out how and release it. Another tip I want to share with you guys about manifesting is these things that I manifested, I wasn't paying attention to manifesting them. I wasn't so focused on like, or dissatisfied with what I wanted or had, or the version of that I had. I was already feeling fine in life. I was already feeling really good. They came in when I was on the up and up of feeling good in other areas of my life, when I took my attention away from it. So if there's any area of your life where you're wanting to manifest, don't put so much attention and pressure on it. In fact, allow it to feel more free and open. That's why I talk about generalizing intentions in my organizing lesson. Generalize. Just be like, oh, I'm just open. Like, it's the experience you're wanting. The universe will send you the fastest, most convenient, easy way to get what you want, to get what you desire. within reach. So you might have in your head, and I'm a Sagittarius, a moon in Sagittarius, so I have grandiose ideas of things at times, but I have to grow into that experience. If I hadn't gone along this journey and studied and practiced and tried to master things and failed and stumbled, you won't know until you do it. So give it patience to come into your life. But all the while, don't focus on what's not working for you. Enjoy all the other aspects of life, because if you're breathing, you are blessed. That's your first blessing. And that's the most important one. Because you're breathing, you're here to experience life. You can connect with people. You can experience things. What do you want? You want love? What do you want? A career? What do you want? Fun, joy, connection? You can have it all here. So that is my lesson on manifesting your dreams and desires. I really wanted to create this one, and I might come back every week where we practice doing that, because those heart-centered manifestations really have worked for me. They actually helped me to manifest my place that I'm currently living in as well. It also helped me to manifest a whole bevy of I don't even know if the word bevy is a word, but I manifested a bunch of experiences of multiple streams of income that were incredible. So yes, it's really happening for me right now. And it's so fun and so interesting, but just stay in gratitude. What made me really want to make this video and focus more on gratitude, I was, trying to think about how I was manifesting, and I was like, I'm not quite getting what I want. I had manifested things, but they weren't quite aligned. They felt like struggle. And so I found this book that I downloaded. It was a PDF version of this book called The Magic Book or something like that, by Rhonda, the one who wrote The Secret, the same lady who wrote The Secret. And it's like the magic book. And in it, immediately she talks about, on the first page, the magic to manifesting anything that you want in this life is gratitude. Gratitude is the key. Wherever you shower gratitude, your life will be blessed. It's blessed immediately. So it's not a complicated formula. It's so simple. And gratitude, the reason why it's so powerful is because it's from the heart. So practice your gratitude. The thing is, it's so simple, but we take it for granted because it's so simple. We need to practice our gratitude. Thank you so much for watching this lesson of the Heal, Feel, Reveal series. I hope you guys enjoyed this video about manifesting your dreams and desires. It's so simple and it works. It's powerful. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you'd like to share any testimonies about your manifestations, I would love for you to share down below. Support the channel by liking, subscribing, or also hitting the bell notification anytime these videos come up, which I upload typically once a week. If I don't upload by the week, I'll upload by the week and a half. I will be sure to upload a video almost every week in this lesson series, Heal, Feel, and Reveal, where we are bringing our dreams into existence. Finally, anything that you put off, it is your time now. If you're interested in any of my artwork, I have a store. It's my first and last name, Shantia Crowley. You can go ahead and check out my prints, my designs, my photography, and see how you feel about that. I have an Instagram. You can go ahead and follow me at my Instagram, where I talk about anything. I'm learning how to work with Instagram. I am learning how to embrace it. It's taken me a long time, but I realized, you know what? It's not that hard after all. Let's just have fun with it. So go ahead and check that out. Thank you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day or evening. Bye.